All right, let's talk calories. An average female needs to take in approximately 2,000 calories a day to maintain, whereas an average male needs to take in approximately 2,500 calories a day to maintain. For a general rule of thumb, if a female was to take in 1,500 calories a day for 1 week, she would lose 1 pound. Probiotics are something that are crucial to our gut health. Specifically after you've maybe been sick and been on a round of antibiotics, it's extremely important to get on probiotics to restore the good bacteria in our gut. All right, now let's talk a little bit about nutritional labels. I think it's important to understand how to read these. There's 2 big things you should understand when you actually look at these labels when you talk about nutrition and weight gain. One being the carbohydrates that are on in the food, and then other being the amount of sugar that's in the food. What people don't understand is that processed carbohydrates, when going through the whole process within the body, end up as a glucose molecule or a sugar molecule, which is the same as just eating the sugar molecule, which is what in turn puts weight on our bodies. So it's important to have a decrease in your sugar intake and your complex carbohydrate and your processed carbohydrate so you don't actually gain the weight. Don't be concerned about the amount of fat content in the food. That's not a big problem at all. All right, so let's talk a little bit about dieting. Dieting is important to understand one aspect primarily, that being that diets break into 2 different categories, one being alkaline and one being acidic. And what does that mean? An alkaline diet is a diet that consists a lot of plant-based foods, nuts, vegetables, things like that, which allow our body to actually ward off bad bacteria that develop or that thrive on that sugar-based diets that we tend to lean towards. The second portion of that would be the acidic-based diet, which is the sugar intakes, the meats, the poultries, the dairies. Those kinds of things actually promote bacterial growth, viral growth, even cancer types of growth as well. So it's important to lean towards an alkaline diet. All right, so we tend to be very sensory-driven people when it comes to our diets, and what that means is we kind of lean in the direction of how the food tastes and how the food smells. So it's important to understand that maybe even tricking ourselves into eating these foods that we don't otherwise like to eat that are more healthy can be very beneficial in getting our caloric intake down. Maybe you, in place of that, putting more spices on those, more herbs, or things that can just allow us to actually enjoy the food more and still get the actual good calories in.